Picture this. You wake up early, plan ahead, and grab the perfect front row spot at a show you've been waiting to see. But right before it starts, someone waltzes in, demands your seat, and acts like you're the bad guy for not giving in. What would you do? Because last weekend at the zoo, that exact situation happened to me. And let's just say, the entitled mom who tried to guilt trip me in front of everyone didn't get the fairy tale ending she was hoping for. If you've ever had to deal with people who think the world owes them something, you're going to love this story. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Sweet Revenge Tales and get ready, because this is one of those justice served moments you don't want to miss. So here's how it all went down. Last weekend, a couple of my buddies and I decided to hit the zoo. It had been a while since we all hung out, and honestly, I was excited. I've always liked zoos, not just for the animals, but for that mix of nostalgia and pure fun. But there was one show I had circled on my mental calendar. The Sea Lion Show. That's the big ticket attraction. They do tricks, splash the crowd, balance balls on their noses, the whole deal. And if you want the best seats, you've got to be there early. No exceptions. So we showed up early, locked down the perfect front row spot right against the glass, and sat down feeling pretty proud of ourselves. I could already picture the sea lions launching out of the water just a few feet away. The place filled up fast. Families, kids running around, the smell of popcorn and cotton candy hanging in the air. It was exactly the kind of summer day you hope for. And then she showed up, an entitled mom, marching up with her kid in tow. At first, I thought she was just hunting for an open seat, like everyone else. But nope. She stopped right in front of me, gave me this expectant smile, and said, "You should move so my son can sit here." Just like that. "No, please." "No. Hey, is anyone sitting here?" Just straight up entitlement. I actually chuckled because I thought she was kidding. But her face? Stone cold serious. "Excuse me," I said, raising an eyebrow. She crossed her arms, tilting her head like she was scolding a teenager. It's not fair for an adult to take the best spot when a kid wants to sit there. My son should be able to experience this show properly. Here's the thing, though. Her son didn't even care. He was too busy destroying a bright blue snow cone, syrup dripping all over his hands. He wasn't looking at the glass. He wasn't even paying attention to us. The only thing on his radar was making sure his mountain of sugar didn't fall apart. Meanwhile, his mom had gone full crusader mode, demanding justice on his behalf. I stayed cool. "I got here early to get this seat," I said. "I'm not moving." And that's when she cranked up the volume. She started preaching about how I was ruining a core memory for her son, how this would be the moment he remembered forever, and how heartless I was for denying him. Now, people around us were starting to stare. I could feel the heat crawling up the back of my neck. But I wasn't about to cave. In my head, the debate was quick and simple. Option 1, give up the seat and avoid the scene. Option 2, stand my ground and let this lady know I wasn't pushover. Yeah, I went with option 2. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Your son doesn't even care about the seat. He's focused on his snow cone. You're the only one making this a problem." Her face turned red. She raised her voice even louder, and at this point she wasn't talking to me anymore. She was talking to the crowd. "See, everyone, this grown man thinks his comfort is more important than a child's happiness." I almost laughed out loud, because I could see the people around us. Some were rolling their eyes. Some were whispering to each other. And a few shot me looks like, "Man, we've all dealt with someone like this before." Just when things were really heating up, a zoo staff member walked over. A young guy in khakis, clipboard in hand, looking like he'd already broken up 20 meltdowns that day. "What seems to be the problem here?" he asked. The mom jumped in, talking a mile a minute about how I was selfish, cruel, denying her son this once-in-a-lifetime chance. Meanwhile, her kid, still licking his snow cone, couldn't care less. The staff member listened, nodded, and then turned to me. "Sir, did you get here early to save your seat?" "Yeah," I said. "We've been sitting here for half an hour." He sighed, then looked at the mom and dropped the hammer. "Ma'am, you'll need to find another seat. These spots are first come, first served." You could almost hear the ooh from the crowd. Her jaw dropped. She sputtered, tried to argue, but the staffer had already walked off. Case closed. Where did she end up? A few rocks back, glaring daggers at me for the entire show. Her son? Still perfectly happy with his snow cone. And me? I enjoyed every second of that sea lion show, knowing I hadn't let entitlement win. And honestly, the best part wasn't just keeping the seat. It was watching her sit there, fuming, while her so-called core memory turned into nothing but her own embarrassment. Every splash of water against the glass felt like sweet, sweet victory. She wanted to make me the villain, but instead, she became the punchline of her own show. And here's the takeaway. Entitlement doesn't just rob other people, it robs you. Instead of enjoying the moment with her kid, she wasted it trying to control a stranger. And karma? Karma showed up in khakis with a clipboard and told her to sit down. So tell me, was I right to hold my ground, or should I have just given up the seat to keep the peace? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever had to deal with someone's outrageous entitlement, I want to hear your story. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Sweet Revenge Tales, and hit that bell so you never miss the next delicious story of karma served ice cold.